This is NBC Connecticut News.
When you think about safety in the restaurant, the food or the kitchen might come to mind. But what about the ice machine? Our hidden camera investigation found some shocking results. NBC Connecticut investigative reporter Monica Buchanan has more.
It's the food no one thinks of as, well, food. And if contaminated food can make you sick, can ice do the same?
Oh, God. That's really disgusting.
Take a look. These are just a few pictures of a fast food restaurant in central Connecticut handed to NBC Connecticut by a service industry insider. He didn't want to go on camera for fear of retaliation or reveal the name of the restaurant, but he really wanted everyone to see what was happening in the food service industry. Black slime, mold, and dirt covered the ice machine components. In some cases, the slime is in the ice cube set for dispensing. It's something our insider says he sees all the time.
It's not okay. I don't know who's in charge of inspections with things like that, but I don't think they're doing their job either.
I would not want to drink from no ice machine no more.
This machine was self-serving, but many times restaurant employees fill your beverage by hand.
Ice is considered a food product and can very easily be contaminated in different ways.
We took our hidden camera to a dozen food service locations across Connecticut, fast food joints, mall eateries, and restaurants. Right away, we saw employees at the Wendy's in West Hartford dredging the cups directly through the ice with their bare hands. Infection prevention specialist Nancy Dupont says it's a food safety no-no and a health code violation.
That behavior really is unacceptable.
The operator of this Wendy's restaurant, Cedar of New England, agrees and told NBC Connecticut, quote, "The practice is not endorsed, is not policy or procedure, and is certainly not acceptable." The restaurant failed its last health inspection, but passed re-inspection last September. Inspectors noted a dirty ice machine was part of the problem. Managers are now in the middle of retraining employees. We borrowed this lotion used by health and food safety experts to show you how easily germs can travel. Now, this stuff glows under ultraviolet light. One squirt roughly represents the amount of germs in a sneeze. Rub it into my hands, pick up my cup, dredge it through the ice, and you can see what happens. I've transferred my germs onto the cup and through the ice.
Most definitely, it can spread contamination and cause illness.
And that made the next thing we noticed a little more disturbing. Employees who handle ice touch everything around the service counter, including money. At the Sbarro in Farmington, one employee touched the ice with her bare hands. But that's not all. See the ice? Minutes earlier, another employee places it on the floor uncovered. Dupont says it's not good practice.
My concern would also be the storage of the ice. It appeared that it was on the floor near the counter without a cover over the ice, enabling particles to drop into it at any point in time.
Sbarro's district manager told NBC Connecticut by phone, quote, "Both things violate the restaurant's food handling policy." He promised to correct the practice immediately. We found the restaurant passed its last health inspection, although it was noted in the report all shift managers needed to be food safety certified. Finally, here's something we caught on hidden camera that appeared to be safe. Workers using a scoop to retrieve the ice.
Industry standard is to have a separate compartment outside of the ice container where the scoop is kept.
Almost all of the restaurants in our investigation appear to have some unsafe ice handling practices, but it's impossible to know how often ice becomes contaminated or just how many people get sick from tainted ice.
It would be most likely not a severe infection or maybe even undetectable.
Here's what you can do. Experts say if you want to avoid contamination, you should pay attention to how servers handle your ice or skip it altogether.
You may not be able to recognize it. It may not be visible to the naked eye.
In this case, though, chances are it would be. Would you want to put that in your body?
No, no thank you. Nobody does.
Monica Buchanan, NBC Connecticut News.
Now, we reached out to the local health departments that are in charge of inspecting the restaurants mentioned in our story. We're told health inspectors specifically look at ice machines and food handling practices, and that each report reflects observations made only at the time of inspection.